So you and I both did long-term juice fasts, 30 plus days each,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken. This puts
Yep.
us in an elite vegan category of people who have done that. No, most people in the world have not, even raw vegans and vegans haven't done a 30 plus day juice fast. This is fucking hardcore, guys. So let's talk about our experiences on that. Did you gain anything positive from the juice fast? Is there anything to gain that's positive from it?
Aside from the experience itself and that it was a valuable learning lesson, no. If we talk about physical benefits, zero, not at all. Because the promise, as you already know, was the serpent would come out of your asshole and you would get cleansed forever. You would reset your body and whatnot. All of that never happened, of course. It was all false promises. So, therefore, if anything, it further damaged my physical body. But yet again, nothing that you do in life is in vain. You will always learn something of it. Therefore, now we can talk about it and make qualified decisions. That being said, how would you expect to juice certain plants that are high in oxalates, drink them without fiber even, and expect them to detoxify you? It's kind of ridiculous. Now looking back, I'm wondering why we did that in the first place. But this is how far you will get pushed if you're not happy with your current diet and if you experience issues. But we already know the story, man. We already explained why we went from cooked to raw, so on and so forth. The vegans will never believe that because they still haven't experienced it. But at one point, their diet will fail too, and then we will embrace them with open arms. It is normal.
Yeah, and I'm getting a comment here from Bill Gates. He says, perhaps doing a 30-day juice fast is dumb and doesn't represent eating a plant-based diet, not to mention veganism is an ideology.
Exactly.
Again, here's another guy who says, plant-based is not the same as veganism, whatever. You just arguing semantics there. And then he said, what you did is just idiotic. But just like you said, we are trying to regain health that we're actively losing. Like when you and I were both vegan and we were going into that juice fast, like we were losing ground on our health and performance. We were trying to get it back by doing a juice fast. It wasn't like we were feeling amazing and then try to take it to the next level. We weren't being greedy with our performance and health. We were trying to inch back the ground that we were losing. And we thought that would help us because, hey, the vegan diet is fucking stupid in the first place if you go talk to a real nutritionist. So this is what's really funny to me is these nutritionists, and God bless Goji Man. I know he's a good guy these days, but his own.
I don't know about that. I do not subscribe to that idea.
Okay, me neither. So, but his own school, his own nutrition school, doesn't teach a vegan diet as the number one thing. So, he's leaning on his credibility and his authority as a master's degree in nutrition, yet his own school doesn't teach a vegan diet. So what should we actually follow here? The guy every vegan is self-cooking, home brewing their own fucking formula, guys. Every single vegan is trying to create their own formula. There's no, like you said, there's no book on this that's super solid.
Yeah, of course not. Because again, there is no blueprint for a vegan diet, and a vegan diet will by default always be deficient, starting with vitamin B12 and moving on from there. That diet is not suitable for human consumption, and you have to doctor it in all kinds of ways just to make it somewhat suitable short term. Therefore, people that come into it with their own ideologies will have to falsify the claims that their school taught them. They will have to obstruct those teachings and modify them in a way that suits them. Simple as that. And this is what Goji Man did and probably still does. This is why I talked shit, quote unquote, about him last stream, and this is why he got so pissed off and wanted to sue me and whatnot, as he always does. But yeah, that's just what we see in the vegan community, man. And again, about the vegans that will say, yeah, juice fasting, raw veganism, that's not veganism. Guys, honestly, at this point, I already lost the motivation. Instead of looking at us and trying to keep a somewhat open mind, because I don't know, man, I heard that people hate us, but if you look at us, I think we look somewhat normal. You can somewhat relate to us, even if you don't love us, right? you will see two dudes from two different parts of the world. And now just ask yourself the question, do you really think that every single word that is coming out of Drew's or my mouth is a lie? And everything that we do here is hate on the vegans because we hate animals and we want to kill animals, as many as possible. Do you really think this is what we're doing here? Or maybe, possibly, we actually really had health issues with the vegan diet? Possibly, right? Could that be? Is that a possibility? And if so, open your open-mindedness, open vegan mind, and listen to us for a second and question what we're telling you. Because we're not the only ones. You have thousands of people coming out and they all experience the same issues. It is repeatable, man. You can say anecdotes as much as you want to. If you look into it, it is repeatable. It is all the same issues: gut health, depression, teeth health, and whatnot. So are all people lying now? That is a sign of a cult. When you say that everybody else other than the vegans is lying, you saw it in the Vegan Gains videos as well. Everybody that disagrees with Richie is a liar. It's a liar. It's always a liar. How come? How come that everybody's lying,
Yeah,
but the
they're a
vegans
liar.
are always right? Of course.
That's what I always say is, okay, maybe you can call us wrong. You could say our information is incorrect, but to say that everybody is a liar is just so inaccurate, and it just shows a very poor rebuttal to what they're sharing. And again, if you just tried the damn thing that we're saying to do, you would find out for yourself. It's that easy. Like 5 days, animal foods. Go eat eggs and fish and beef. Simple. I don't even care if it's high quality shit, and you're gonna feel a difference if you've been vegan for like over 3, 4, or 5 years. You're gonna feel a difference. There's no way around that. At the very least, you're not gonna get sick. You're not gonna have any negative effects, and that right there is gonna mess with people's heads because they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I thought that this would just kill me." But it's like they're hiding behind this very thin wall where all they need to do is, instead of reaching for the Beyond Meat on the shelf, they just reach for the beef burger and cook it up in the secrecy of their own home and try it out. And they would be shocked to find out that it doesn't kill them immediately like they think it's going to happen, you know?